Well, good morning, stamping friends. It's an hour earlier today, but thank you for joining me today. My name is Lorri Heiling, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I love sharing with you. Normally, I'm here at 9 o'clock in the morning, but oh my goodness, we're having some workers into our house with a broken window, so I have to, kind of be on their schedule. So that's why I'm doing it earlier. And also, I know there's kind of a mix-up. One of my friends and I were talking about Mountain Standard Time and Pacific Standard Time. It seems like it's Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock right now, but if you Google it, it's actually Mountain Standard Time. I told my friend, I said, we need AST, Arizona Standard Time. We do not observe daylight savings time, so it's so confusing. But right now it is 8 o'clock in the morning. So look at your clock and then think of 8 o'clock, and that's what time zone I'm in. It's just really strange. I can't figure that out. So let's move on. I'm super excited about today's project. I know I say that every time I do a FaceTime Live, but the reason I'm really excited about this one is, number one, I'm playing with a pre-order item. Number two, this stamp set is included in the Cozy Craft Retreat that will be coming up. And so I want to show you how versatile it is. So let me flip the camera around quickly. And while I'm doing that, I want to remind you of bonus days. Remember, if you put in any order now and it's over $50, you'll get a $5 coupon for next month. And there's no limit, which means, whoops, let me move it up a little bit, which means you can redeem it in August. And so anyway, it's just kind of fun to take advantage. It's really like another 10% off. So, or free shipping, whatever you want to, whichever way you want to look at it. But $5 off $50 increments. I'm going to slide this over. For some reason, it's off center. Okay, so this time I'm going to show you the project after. You're going to watch it as I build it. But let me do a quick plug for my retreat, because we have even more signed up than I imagined, but we're going to keep it open. And so even though technically it's about full, we're going to let it go a little bit past, because I guess just because we can. But once it gets to the point where we don't think we can handle it as far as getting everything together and on time, then we'll close it. So go ahead and sign up on my website or my Facebook page, and I would love to have you join us. We I just have so many fun things, and you can see the little gnome is the kind of the logo of our retreat this year. Not every single project is going to be gnome related, of course, but we just like to pick a cute little logo, and we thought that would go well with that stamp set that we're including. So remember that the Retreat in a Box is going to be shipped out by the 21st of September. The cost is $110. That's for porch pickup. And then if you want shipping, it's an extra $15. We did put the deadline as August 1st though, because I want to be able to figure out my order and order as soon as I can. So, now remember, this is not an online virtual event. We won't be doing Zoom. It's a kit in a box. So some people I know are gathering some of their friends, and they're going to be doing it together, kind of like a mini retreat. I'm really sorry that we can't meet in person, but this will be fun too. And so anyway, I just encourage you. I just know you won't be disappointed. Okay, let me show you the stamp set that will be in here. This is called Gnome for the Holidays. Isn't that adorable? Oh, I've been waiting for gnomes. I have so many gnomes in my house, like at the holiday time. I didn't want to go dig in the 115 degrees out there in our storage area to find a couple to set in the background, but they are so adorable. So this is the stamp set, and then the other one that you will be getting it's called Banner Year, and I chose this one because there's lots of holidays to work with, and so we can get some fall and Thanksgiving and Halloween in there. So I haven't designed all the projects yet, but I know I'm going to be using this set, and you will be receiving it. So that's just a little information for you about the retreat. All right, let's get going on the project. I want to show you the paper that I'm using, Playing with Patterns. You might recognize this from probably every FaceTime Live that I've done lately. But I just did a whole class to go using this. So if you already purchased that kit, you already have this paper to play with. And then the color combo that I'm using is these two papers here. So, all right. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock. Do you like how I color coordinated? Even my shirt is this color. And if you notice, the back wall of my craft room is this color. So you could say that I kind of like this color. All right, this cardstock is 8 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And then I scored, whoops, let's go this way. It doesn't matter which way, actually this way. It is at 5 1/2. I'm trying to make this look easy because 5 1/2 is where you, yeah, right here. So score line there. All right, now we're just gonna fold on the score line. And you have a bone folder. It works better to just kind of crease it. It makes it a nice sharp flat edge there. All right, let's start with the inside of this. This is 5 1/4 by 4 inch, and we're just going to put adhesive on the back, and this is going to be the right here on the card. You'll have to see if you can guess what it's going to turn out like. Isn't that a fun combination, that purple and Coastal Cabana? All right, now we're going to set that aside. Oh, you're not going to believe this. I forgot to cut my my blue paper. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I always do this. Hold on. This is an integral part of the card, so I am going to have to cut it. And let me, oh, I'm so mad I did that. And like I said, FaceTime Live, what you see is what you get. So there's no, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see, what else can we talk about? We can talk about our Arizona heat. It is not getting cooler. It is, I think, 110 for a high today. And I don't even mind it because I don't know if I've ever told you, my son and I battle over the thermostat. Oh boy. All right, that didn't take too long, but I am so sorry. You know, I need to run through these cards before I go live. All right, the first one is Night of Navy, and it's 4 inches by 2 1/4. And then we're going to cut the coordinating piece 1/4 inch shorter, which would make it 2 1/4 by 4. Whoops. 1 inch shorter is 3 3/4. I'm just going to bring my trimmer over here in case I mess up again. All right, now we're just going to adhere this. Oh man, the only thing with FaceTime Live is you cannot hit the start or the stop button and say, wait, I want to start over. All right, I'm 1/4 inch over here. Let's see. This is, where's my 2 1/4, so we want it, oh my gosh, you guys, I really want to start over. It is 2 1/4. Let's see, 2 1/4, so this needs to be 2. I don't think this is going to be right, you guys. It's not. Well, we're just going to go with it. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, so let me measure my real card because I'm not going to keep cutting up. This piece is really 2 1/4 by 4 inches. And then this is 1/4 inch smaller, so I guess that is right. Yep, okay. So this is 2 by 3 3/4. All right, there's one. Now, this one's probably, this one is correct. I just measured it against mine. 4 inches by 1 1/4. And then this one is probably off a little bit. We're gonna do this one 1 inch by 4 inches. So I just need to trim down a little bit more. Don't go by my video here. We're going to have you go by my instructions that I already made the PDF, because that one I for sure did measure as I went. All right, let's put some tape on here. Whoops, a little bit more off the bottom. Oh my gosh, okay, this is going to be like my most blooped one ever. I'm not even going to read the comments on this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's make a layer right there. All right, I think that's all for cutting. So this is so embarrassing. Now we want to dress this piece up a little bit. So I cut some of the Coastal Cabana ribbon, and this is in with the Playing with Patterns ribbon combo, and that's about 5.5 inches. And let's put it maybe about a 1/2 inch down. And on the back side, we will tape this over. And I don't know about you, but I like to keep some 2-way tape, just because when you need ribbon tape down like that, it works a little bit better to have it on top of it as well. Okay, now we can take the rest of our snail and put this on the top, and you can see it's a tiny bit crooked, so you can kind of hike it down a little bit. All right, let's make a layer right here. And then I made a bow earlier. This is, how do I describe this ribbon? It's a little stiffer, almost like netting, or like it was sprayed with starch. It's a little bit, it's not as easy to move or pliable, but it's still fun to work with and good. All right, this is the top of our card now. Now we will set that aside, and let's start building our little gnome part. We will take Whisper White, and I just cut this using the Stitched Shapes oval piece, and this one is the middle one, I believe. It's about 1 7/8 by 2 3/4. And here's our little gnome. Now what we want to do is, we are not going to make this a Christmas gnome. We are going to make it a birthday gnome. So we do not want these snowflakes in, because it's not a winter birthday. It's just like a summer birthday. So what you do is you take a Stampin' Write marker, and I'm sure most of you know that you can actually color on the stamp. And so we are going to color most of it, except we do not want those snowflakes. So go around here and just grab the very edge of this. And we also want to eliminate the ornament on the top, because like I said, it's not a Christmas one. So just the very edge, whoops, let's go this way. And then everything below this top edge like this. And you have to use a Stampin' Write marker, because believe me, I've tried blends and it does not work. Plus it stains your stamp and barely comes off. So don't use anything but a Stampin' Write marker or an ink pad on this. We can't use an ink pad because it would pick up the snowflakes and the ornament at the top. So that's why we're coloring it in. All right, just like the old days, you huff on it and that'll get it re-moistened. And then we're just gonna center this in the middle of the oval. There we go. It's okay if you see how a little bit caught there? That's okay, because we will be covering it up. Now, it's important to wipe this off thoroughly. This is the mat that we sell in the catalog, and that's to wipe off your stamp. And then let me grab a piece of paper, because when you stamp it again, we don't want any shadows. So I usually just keep stamping till all that ink is gone. All right, now we're going to color the outside one more time, and the reason I had to wipe it off is because we don't want the bottom part. Whoops, that was I got into the snowflake there. This one, it's very important that you don't catch the snowflake. Okay, so let's go around one more time, the very edge, and don't grab the ornament on the end either. Okay, I think I might have got a little bit there. All right, now we're going to take a scrap of the polka dot here and stamp it on here. And if it's not dark enough, like, see, it's kind of looks grayish. I went one more time around with my black marker on the journaling side of it, because every marker has a paint side and a journaling side. I went on this side like that. Now you're just gonna fussy cut this, and I just went right on the outside of the line like this. Okay, and go all the way around. I pre-cut it, so I'll show you what it looks like. Right here. Now we're just going to take our liquid adhesive and put some glue on the back of that. And then we will tape that. And this is called paper piecing, and it's just a way, that's how we cover up the snowflakes. All right, now let's color the gnome. The markers you're going to need for this are light petal pink, light smoky slate, light misty moonlight, and coastal cabana. The reason I'm using Stampin' Write marker again is because there's not a blend in that color. So let's start with that one. And whoops, I like the brush in because it's got a really fine point. And we're going to color his clothes that color. All right, and he has a little pair of boots on. I had to look close to see where does it end and what's this part. That's a little boot. So we'll do the boots, the light misty moonlight. Are you guys liking the new in colors? Oh my goodness, I love them. And this one. Okay, then let's do his hands, light petal pink. And you don't have to do his nose because we're going to pop that up on scrap. I'll show you what I did, but I took the stamp again. Where's my gnome stamp? Here it is. So I wiped this off because we don't want that. And you could either just stamp the top of him in an ink pad, but because I have all this out already, I'll just show you. But I just went around and did his nose, and it's okay if you get, you know, part of his beard or the snowflakes or whatever. And I'm just going to do it on scrap paper, but I'll just show you what happens. You just want the nose part. All right, so then you're going to fussy cut that out, which is right here. Then you are going to take, where are my dimensionals? The tiniest dimensional. We think these are mini dimensionals, but we need it even smaller. So I usually cut into mine. I have one cut in half here, and then I want about 2/3 of a half. And this is when you find out how patient you are. Take the little backing off. Oh, it's such a tiny piece to work with. I might use my pick tool to hold that for me because it's so tiny. Then just stick that right in the middle of his nose, and then use the rubber end to pick it up. And then you can place, whoopsie, place it right on top. Like that. Now all we have left is to color his beard, and I used the light smoky slate. And what I did was I didn't color it solid. I did like every other one and kind of go on the line of it. You know, it doesn't really matter where you go, but just try to make it every other one. So it's kind of like I want to make him old but not solid, and then just do like a little bit in his beard. Turn it. I probably could have colored this before I did that, but either way is good. All right, there's our little gnome. Now we're just going to layer him on a couple more pieces of cardstock. Let's see. Where is my, oh, here's my purple layer. They're just both ovals from the layering ovals, and I'll measure them for you so you know about what size they are. This one is about 2 inches by 3 inches. We're just going to use adhesive on the back of that one. And then this one is the scalloped in the same die set. And this one is about 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. And this one, we are going to use dimensionals on the back. Just want to pop that one up a little bit. Let's do 4 of them. All right, we are almost done. Oh, I still apologize for all that measuring in the morning. I can't believe I forgot that layer. All right, let's just center this. It'll be a little bit tighter fit, but just really cute. I just love these colors together. All right, now we're gonna put this on the front of the card. Oh, we got one more thing. So I grabbed this little banner from the Happy Set, which goes with Playing with Patterns that I just used a lot this month. And we want 5 little triangle things. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go right here and here. Because I remember I told you this was a birthday gnome. We have to make something to make it look kind of birthday-ish. And let me show you what I did for how I made this adhere to them. I took a glue dot and my pick tool, because these are too tiny, and I kind of like scrunched it a little bit because we wanted a small dot like that. And then kind of like, oh, I was thinking about this when I made it. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you roll your boogie in your finger, you want it tiny like that. How's that for a comparison? All right, now this banner is too big for him, but I wanted to make it bigger so we can make it 3D. So stick one side here, and then you want to make it bend out and stick the other side there. And see how it's 3D without using dimensionals? It's just automatically. Can you see from the side how that looks? Isn't that cool? So you can make a little tag or something. All right, now let's bring the full card in and put this together. So this is that card front. Then we're gonna make one more piece that's gonna go on the bottom, and this is the Coastal Cabana cut at 4 1/4 by 1 1/2. And then we just want a quick layer this piece on. Turned out okay based on my goof. All right, now what we do is place it like, oh, let's put dimensionals on here first. Now when you put these dimensionals on the oval to put it on the front of the card, you're only going to want to put maybe like only a few. And you have to be careful where you place them because you don't want this to be taped shut. So you have to put it at the top and bottom, and I'll show you why in just a second. Remove those. Now hold it there and then hold it there, and now we're just, whoops, don't want him to move. We're going to place him right here. All right, see, if you put dimensionals in the middle, it's going to stick to the card, which I might have done here. Yep, okay, this one has to move down more. You see that? That's a good thing that happens on video lives, because then you can show them what not to do. Actually, let's go down a little bit more. All right, so now let's reposition that. There we go. Okay, so it's like a see-through card here. Now we need to put something in here, and this is another little technique. So I chose, because it's birthday, itty bitty birthdays is a must-have, and there's so many to choose from. So I wanted to do birthday wishes here, but look what happened. This is way too long. It's not going to fit. So again, because it's red rubber, we can color on it, and because my Night of Navy marker is dried out and I threw it away, and remember, you can't use blends on here, so I was like, what am I going to do? So here's another trick for you. If you don't have a marker, but you do have an ink pad, you take Scotch tape, and we only want the word birthday for starters, so we're going to cover up wishes with tape. And now you can ink up birthday. And don't mind my head, because I have to look to see if I'm centering this. Whoops, take the tape off before, because otherwise you'll get ink on that. See how it pulled it off? And I don't want to press too hard, or else I'll get that little, I call them ultrasounds, when you get ink where you don't want them. Now be sure to wipe that off, and then dab it on your scrap paper to make sure all that ink is off the word birthday. Now we're going to do the same thing, but the opposite word. We're going to put it over birthday. We're going to ink up the word wishes. Take the tape off so birthday doesn't show up. And then, don't mind my head again, sorry. Then we're going to do wishes. There. Birthday wishes. Now, Just when you thought we were done, we are not done. I love the little saying that says, "You're a friend like Gnome other," but I wanted to change that saying a little bit. So what we're gonna do, because I do have the Stampin' Blend and I can color on this, we're just gonna color the words. We're gonna take off the word "your." We want it to say "a friend like Gnome other." Okay, so just do that. I know this seems like a little bit of extra work, but I want it to say exactly what I want. Okay, so then we'll put this at the bottom so that you can't see it when the card's not open. So now it says birthday wishes, a friend. Now just take the journaling end, and because this is such a non-perfect font, it really will turn out okay. Let me show you. Just write small as they did. Doesn't that look like it was part of it? Birthday wishes to a friend like Gnome other. So how do you like it? I thought he turned out pretty cute for not being a, you know, it's kind of a Christmas set, but we can turn it into anything. So just remember to try to think outside the box and use these in other ways. And remember, don't buy this set. How's that for a sales pitch? Just get it in the Cozy Craft Retreat. You're gonna love it. This card is not gonna be made in there, but once you have that set, you can totally remake this. So watch on my Facebook Live, or my Facebook pages, and my blog, confessionsofastampingaddict.com, and then I'll have the free PDF for you, and I will post the video. But remember, disregard the first part because I was so crazy with my measurements, and go by the PDF because I know that one is correct. And if you see any products you like maybe you want to get some of this paper if you didn't do the class, or the ribbon, you can use this host code, and remember to pick up your extra $5 coupon and save some money that way, and use it towards your next month's order. So thank you again for joining and bearing with me, and we will catch you again soon. Bye-bye.